How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X. Happy Friday, and hope everybody had a nice, happy, and safe Thanksgiving last night. I am your host, TomDog247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright, so we got a lot to talk about, but quick apology. I was supposed to do a show last night, however, with all the turkey that I had last night and pigging out and everything, I got hit with the tryptophan and I passed out. Not to mention, we had some really bad weather, really bad winds coming in, resulting in some light flickering and everything like that. Almost ran out of power, but nonetheless, I didn't want to take any chances. And those who have seen my broadcasts in the past know that I always expect to have some perfection over here. And it's cold out there tonight. That is why I'm wearing a sweatshirt. A hooded sweatshirt, I should say. But nonetheless, it is what it is. So, before we get started with tonight's show, let's go ahead and do the shout outs. Big shout out to my good buddy Josh over at Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can check him out on iTunes, Spotify, you name it, he's on it. You can check him out. You can also download the Podbean app, or if you really want to get to all the if you really want to get to all the links that I didn't mention, go to absolutetalk.podbean.com. Has everything you need to know where he is at so that you can follow him and check out his podcasts. His podcasts are amazing. Check it out. You'll enjoy it as much as I do. Big shout out over to everybody at Facebook. Gamer Geeks and Gaming Pros and Fandom Life. We always have a great time on there. Check them out. Tell them Tom Dog sent you. Also, Melly Playful on YouTube. Check her out. Does an amazing job. Big shout out to Vicky Van Goth over at Creep Me Out Creations. If you love spooky dolls and some really cool artwork as well as prints, everything spooky, you should check her out over on Instagram. Vicky Van Goth is where you need to go, and you can purchase her stuff over on eBay and at Etsy. And big shout out to her. Also, Super Retro Throwback Reviews. Big shout out to everybody over there. Guys do an amazing job as well. In the Power Podcast area, check them out. They're a lot of fun. Big shout out also to my good friends Marissa and David. How you guys doing? Hope you have an amazing weekend. And this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items. Spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out this wonderful store, do so, because Small Business Saturday is this weekend. So if you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check all the wonderful collectibles, definitely do so, because now's the perfect time to do that, to have that, for you or somebody who is into collectibles and everything like that. This is the place to go. And for directions on how to get there, as well as the list of events that they have going on, you could check them out on their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. Also, this episode is also brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company, home of the Downright Up Left YB. Great beer. I love it. You'll love it too. And as well as the other choices of beer that you can pick from, go on their website, shebeanbrewing.com. And you can follow them on the social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So yeah. Before we get things started, I want to get a little bit of emotional here, because 2019 has been pretty good for me for a little bit. We had had a lot of fun, and I know I'm not doing the year end wrap up in this episode. It's going to be near the end of the month. But I'm basically thankful for a lot of things. For number one, I'm thankful for getting to meet some very interesting people this year, that I've gotten the chance to shout out. Of course, Vicky Van Goth from Creep Me Out Creations, as well as getting to meet some local media from Super Retro Throwback Reviews, and there was like another one that I have over there. I completely forgot to shout them out. Retro Revolution. So yeah, Retro Revolution. Find them on. I think you can find them on Facebook. But yeah, definitely give them a shout out and everything like that. I've been meaning, and I just been. So yeah, they're all really cool. So hope everybody had hope all of them had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Also had the opportunity to meet Pixel Dan when I was at the Retro World Expo. Had an opportunity to meet him. So really cool guy. And those who know who Pixel Dan is, needs no introduction. He's a wonderful YouTuber. So yeah, I got a chance to meet them. They're all of them are really, really cool. So yeah, big shout outs again to them. And of course, my friends here, my family, who I'm always so thankful for. Always so thankful for them in my life and everything. So yeah, and more importantly, I have a lot to be thankful for is you guys, your my fans out there, who subscribe to this channel, who not only made me feel good, but also made this little guy feel good as well too. Because whenever you face hugged that subscribe button, you made this guy very, very happy. So yeah, very, continue, giving that thumbs up, and telling everybody about this channel. Now, I was going to make a separate video because I was learning a little bit about. Of course, everybody knows what has been going on as far as YouTube is concerned. They're changing they're changing everything at the beginning of the year, and I was afraid that my channel would have been in jeopardy. However, a friend of mine who's also a YouTuber as well too, assured me that I would be okay. Um, because the stuff that I put on this channel is not catered to children for obvious reasons, because of the fact that I cuss like a sailor, and I'm not. I don't play video game. If I do play video games with a E rating, I'm always swearing. Still, um, especially when some of the old video games that I haven't played in a long time. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things. But um, but as far as the unboxing goes, I always try to keep everybody involved, get everybody interested in watching that channel, so that that'll be like the only thing that say, hey, here, Billy, you watch this funny guy do these unboxings, and say, oh, okay. But we all know what's been going on with Loot Crate, and they still seem to be throwing in some deals and everything like that, and I'm not going to take that chance, and therefore, because of the 4 episodes of this year that I did, took a big hit, took a massive hit on doing unboxings for this year. I am sad to say that after much thinking, instead of revamping the Tom Dog unboxes, because I really don't have the budget to keep buying boxes, like loose boxes, not subscription boxes, even though, they're kind of passe right now. I think Japan Crate is pretty much the only one left. But I just don't have the time nor the money to do an unboxing. So I'm scrapping that, and in its place, I want to start working on reviews. I want to start reviewing not just movies, but I want to try to review pretty much everything I come in contact with, whether it's a video game, a video game console, um, a movie or television show. I still have yet to review the 2 movies I promised I was going to do for Halloween, which was Psychos in Love and the Banana Splits movie. Haven't had an opportunity to do that. I've just been so busy between work and personal issues and everything. Just been very, very busy, but I really want to get these reviews out of the way. I really, really do. So I'm going to try the best that I can to review them without any hiccups. So, yeah, I'll eventually review them as soon as I can before the end of 2019, definitely. If not this week, it will be sometime during as we get into the new month. So it's just been very, very busy. Plus, also I'm working on trying to get think of the top 5 list for the top 5 video games of 2019, and that one's becoming a struggle because I didn't really get that much current video games this year. So I'm gonna try to do as the best I can to try to do that. I may have gotten maybe 2 or 3 for 2019, but it's very difficult. So, but I'm gonna try to do the best that I can as far as that goes. and I'm going to keep it the same format as I always been. Being that, you know, at least one game per console, as well as a third, maybe a third party title. So it's going to be kind of difficult because, there's only three consoles. There's only three consoles that I have, and I might make an exception just this once. I haven't quite debated yet. So, and of course, I have to at least play the demo to at least play the to at least get my take on it. So, like I said, it's going to be pretty tough, but I'm going to try to manage the best that I can. So I'll see what happens. So yeah. So that's what's going to come up during the to the year-end review, pretty much. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what I have cooked up. So yeah. So again, thank you all for the bottom of my heart for being loyal to this channel, to subscribing to this channel, thumbs up to the videos. Leave a comment too. Even if it's just a hello, leave a comment too. Just to say hi and everything. It's nice to hear. It's also nice to hear from you all as well too. Let them know. Just so I know that you guys are not only alive, but just to say hi. So yeah, I'm gonna be got some ideas going on. I got some. I took advantage of GameStop's Black Friday deals on yesterday as well too. So I'm gonna be giving them a live stream sometime down the road, and so yeah, it's gonna be pretty busy in the month of December. So we'll see what happens. Plus, I've been trying to focus on working on some ideas for a podcast. Not too many people know about this, but I figure I kind of let that cat out of the bag now. I want to try to dive into podcasting as well too, provided I have the equipment to do so. If I don't have the equipment to do so, sadly I won't be able to do it. So I want to be able to do something, aside from doing this, and aside from doing this here on YouTube, but also doing something on podcasts. So we'll see what happens. Give that a work around and everything like that. So so right now nothing's etched in stone as of yet, but I would like to do something. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watching this channel, even if it's just for a few minutes. It's not often I do, you see a live broadcast from this caliber, but it's a work in progress. instead of seeing the small box that a little box that you see with the big ass logo, I'm going to try to change that up a little bit and put the logo where the box is and see all this on the big screen. So we'll see what happens. But again, I have, it's a work, like I said, it's a work in progress. And so, but yeah, but again, as I said, thank you from the bottom of my heart for lending your, showing your support and, keeping this little guy happy. So, okay. So thank you once again for face hugging that subscribe button. And here, and one again, here's, let's, as we go into the 2020, let's kick it up a notch, as Emerald would say, and let's go ahead and let's get some more viewers. Let's get some more fan service, and we'll make 2020 just as a an amazing year as it has been so far. So, as this year has been so far. So, but I'm gonna dive more into that once I do the, my year-end special and everything. So, again, thank you. So, all right. Now that emotional stuff is out of the way, let's get into some tomfoolery. So, I'm not really familiar with K-pop, but I've been going, whenever I'm on Twitter, I'm seeing something about K-pop show up on, in some form or another. And I know you guys are probably, you guys might be fans of it. And I'm not gonna criticize it because, to be honest with you, I haven't heard the music. I would love to hear the music because I love listening to new things. But these guys, but they're, but K-pop is it's a huge phenomenon. There's a lot of fans all over the place that loves K-pop, and I have no problem with that. As long as something doesn't happen. Well, unfortunately, something did happen within 24 hours, and according to the BBC, a South Korean court has sentenced Jung Jun-young to 6 years and Choi Jong-hoon to 5 years in prison for raping drunk unconscious women, secretly filming and distributing the footage to a chat room. They will also have to attend 80 hours of sexual violence treatment courses and are banned from working with children. Ooh, boy. So this is coming from the BBC News, and so yeah, this is crazy, And they, um, Jung actually had some words to say. He says he deeply regrets his foolishness and feels great remorse. And from now on, he should only stay in remorse. In March, he quit the music business after admitting he had secretly filmed the women and shared the videos. How did I not know this sooner? Again, that is crazy. Of course, said the 30-year-old did not feel remorse after filming the victims. Wow. That is crazy. And the women did not want to come forward. Did not want to come forward out of shame and fear that they would be judged rather than their attackers. So yeah, this is yeah, this is pretty crazy. Wow. So yeah, so for those who are fans, big fans of theirs, um yeah, I hate that. Sorry to hear that happen to your to your favorites. Something like that, something like that. When you have, when you have a big fan base like that and you're well loved, you really it's crazy the way superstardom goes. And it doesn't matter um if you're if you're a big time celebrity or a big time musician or hell even a big time YouTuber. It's there's always something going. It seems like there's always something going on. And for the sentence that they have, um five, one's getting 5 years and the other's getting 6. um to be honest with you, me personally, they could have gotten more or should have gotten more, to be honest with you, because here in the States, you do something like that, you get, you know, I think the maximum is like 15 years, I think, maybe even 20. Um, I know, I know that this happened in a similar situation, but in my town, we had a mayor, who was named Phil Giordano. He's serving 20 years for hiring underage girls to be their intern and doing more than just being underage girls. I mean, being underage interns. He he had sexual relations with them, and he actually got caught at a makeout point in town. And so yeah, it's a big thing. And these girls were there were 2 girls and they were 13. And it it was devastating. Now, granted, he wasn't mayor at the time. He was incarcerated. He was running for state senate. For the state, he was running for senate in the state of Connecticut, and that's when all hell broke loose, and everything was going downhill, and everything. You know, my town was actually struggling because of the fact that he was more focused on running at the time that he was running for senator. He was being mayor. I mean, he was still mayor at that time. But when you know the mayor elections came up and he lost to Mike Jarjura, that's when everything started to come into play that he was doing more than just running for the Senate and running, and being our mayor. He was, you know, doing, hiring 13-year-old girls to be their intern and doing more than just being their intern. And so yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was really, really crazy. And so yeah, he got 20 years. I think he's going to be coming out, I think either this year or sometime this year, or is he already out, or sometime next year. So we don't know. So it's so when he comes in the public eye, he's going to get the reception that he's been waiting for, that we've been waiting to give him for a long time, which is boos, hisses, and maybe some spits, because so yeah, so but yeah, but I don't know how the government works in South Korea, but 6 years to me personally just isn't enough, and I just think that it should be like maybe 10 or 15 years. That's just me. That's just me. So, but yeah, it's heartbreaking for K-pop fans. It really is. And rightfully so. So did everybody see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade yesterday? If so, Al Roker really stole the show, and he had a lot of energy. So yeah, this was, I think, his 25th year. I think it was. Yeah, 25th year covering the annual parade in New York City. People are reacting to Al Roker's shenanigans and interactions with the mascots. So he had a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun. So good job. Good job to Al. So, we all love Al Roker. We all love him. So why not? 25 years doing the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Why not? So why not? Also, too, the balloons were flying low because due to strong winds, and a couple of friends of mine were actually at that parade, handling one of the balloons, and one that the one that they were handling was the Red Power Ranger balloon. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got a little bit nervous because of how low the Power Ranger balloon was flying, and it was leaning towards the left a little bit, and I got scared. I literally got scared. So, but yeah, it was scary. However, one balloon received received an injury, and it was the Ronald McDonald balloon. So if you're wondering why that balloon did not fly, I mean, it did, but one of the most recognizable characters in the Macy's, they had a mishap. Ronald McDonald, floating low down Central Park West because of high winds, had his leg torn off during the parade. NBC cut from Ronald to show the pre-recorded footage. So yeah, it was pretty sad. It was really, really sad. But we all know what really happened. Diabetes. That's what really happened. So yeah, a little bit of an a mix-up, but here's something that was rather interesting that happened within 24 hours as well too. Earlier in the week, director J.J. Abrams revealed one of the actors absent-mindedly left the script unattended, saying a cleaning person found it and handed it off to someone who put it up for sale. So yeah, it was John Boyega who plays Finn in this in the new Star Wars trilogy, 7, 8, and 9. Who's going to be playing Finn for the last time in The Rise of Skywalker next month. He said on Good Morning America while promoting the flick that he accidentally left the script unattended. So he was also saying that he was moving apartments and left the script under his bed. So and his plan was to leave it under his bed, and when he woke up the next morning, he was going to leave it, take it with him, and then move. And his kids came over, started partying a little bit, and the script just stayed there. A few weeks after, a cleaner comes in and found the script and puts it on eBay for £65, which is $123. $123 American dollars. The person did not know the true value. Abrams said Disney managed to avert a disaster when a quick-thinking staffer identified the script on the online auction site and bought it before it could be sold to someone else. So, yeah, wow. Jokingly, Boyega acknowledged he got a glimpse of the dark side because of his blunder. But, he also jokingly said that Mickey Mouse called him and said, "What did you do?" You know, I can picture Mickey Mouse doing something like that. And he would have been like, "Huh? What did you do?" Huh? Do not piss me off. Oh, wait a minute. I have a picture that can make this joke a lot funnier. And I gotta keep remembering to turn down the brightness. There we go. I can destroy you with one snap of my fingers. I can picture him doing that. Don't piss off Mickey Mouse, dude. Actually, Mickey would also be like, "Remember what I did to the Jonas Brothers, huh?" So does anybody care that Conor McGregor's going back into the octagon? Good, neither do I. So I'll stop talking about it. All right. So who remembers Papa John Schnatter? I talked about him earlier. Not in this episode, but how he stepped down as Papa John. Remember him? Yeah, he got a little bit of a secret here. And this is coming from the New York Post. And so John Schnatter was speaking to a local news station, WDRB in Kentucky. That he was disappointed with the quality of their food since his outing and ate 40 pizzas in just 1 month to come to that conclusion. "40 pizzas in 30 days, and it's not the same pizza," Schnatter told the news station. It's not the same product, it just doesn't taste as good. The way we're making he also continues, the way they're making the pizza is just not fundamental to what makes a Papa John's pizza. Well, drinking the sauce right out of the can and regurgitating it on some dough is just not how you make a good pizza. Just putting it out there, Johnny. The pizza chain founder added in the interview that he believes he was set up by other company employees who recorded Schnatter using a racial slur while speaking on an internal conference call. I don't know how that's related to the story, but yeah, he did not do that. He should not have done that. Just saying. But yeah, but 40 pizzas in 30 days. I mean, really, who the hell eats 40 pizzas in 30 days? And why did it take 40 pizzas within a month to come to the conclusion that his pizzas suck? Okay? All you have to do is take one bite out of one slice to tell you that Papa John's pizza sucks. Okay? And after one bite of that pizza, you be schnatting your pants as well. He's an asshole. He's an idiot. It's like, it's like of course it's gonna taste awful. It's like you eat 40 pizzas, and it's like, what is he trying to do? Recreate Super Size Me? My God. And I need to know this, though. There's only one thing. There's only one thing I need to know. John. Papa John. Did one of those pizzas contain pineapple? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I need to know these things. I need to know. Did Papa John did Papa John eat pizza, eat pizza with pineapple on it? I need to know these things. And let me ask you something. I also need to know this too. Did you or did you not put bacon on those pizzas? Because if you did not put bacon on those pizzas, then yeah, your pizza tasted like shit. Because everybody knows you put bacon on a pizza, that shit tastes good. That and pepperoni. Fuck it, make it a meat lovers. Making them meat lovers. Why couldn't you order your pizzas up at Pizza Hut? Well, think about this too. It's like, think about this. It's like he ate what he ate what he made. He ate what he made, and that was shit. For real. Man. 40 pizzas in 1 month. 40 pizzas in 1 month. I mean, seriously, that, I guess that's all he could afford. Shit, he could have gotten a Little Caesars pizza. Them pizzas are good, and they're hot and ready. Not hot and bothered. That's crazy, man. Just doesn't taste good. Wow. Wow. So yeah, Kid Rock got pulled off stage after saying lewd comments about Oprah Winfrey. Well, good. By the way, he was drunk while doing that, while making a rant towards Oprah. That's isn't that like a sin to begin with? Isn't that just like a sin to be, saying something bad about Oprah? And he was drunk. He was drunk off of his ass. He really was. He was drunk. There's a video on there, and he was drunk off of his ass, and he was slurring his words while talking about Oprah. And not only that, he was singing. He was also singing. He was also singing like an amateur at, like it's amateur hour at the karaoke bar. I mean, William Hung can sing better than him. I mean, at this point, I mean that's how badly he was singing. I mean, he was literally drunk off of his ass, and you know what, Kid Rock. Let's face it, Bob with the Bob was your best song, as well as Cowboy, and after you, from going from hip hop rock to whatever it is you're singing now, which is incest hillbilly music. You need to stop drinking Granddad's old moonshine, okay? And grow the fuck up. Really? You really do. I mean, you're big, listen, let's face it, you're saying that you're not a racist, but yet you choose to still keep the Confederate flag on, as part of a backdrop on your shows that you do. So yeah, you are racist, okay? Don't give me that. And not only that, you're sucking Donald Trump's dick like it's going out of style. But not as much as Ted Nugent, okay? And believe me, you and Ted Nugent maybe if you know what I mean. Two gay cowboys eating pudding. Make the sequel to Brokeback Mountain. Call it Brokeback Mountain 2. Kid Rock and Ted Nugent. So. That's if you really want to be a cowboy, baby. He's just an asshole. He really is. I think I'm going to have to reevaluate my... I think I may have to clean my Spotify list. And burn a couple of CDs. I'm not talking about, making copies. I'm talking about just putting them in a blazing fire. I have a couple of his CDs that I want to just put in a roaring fire. Just putting it out there. All right. So, in one of the most biggest... So, let's talk some football. So yeah, this happened, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, it did. Yeah. So, in the final moments of the Egg Bowl, the Rebels' wide receiver, Elijah Moore, celebrated a touchdown by imitating a dog pissing. The move saw Ole Miss penalized 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct, making a field goal more difficult and allowing Mississippi State to win the game 21-20. So yeah, Mississippi State. So yeah. So Ole Miss was Mississippi. So yeah, he fucked up. Could have made, could have tied the game. So Ole Miss scored with 4 seconds left and had a chance to tie the game with the Pat. After the flag for the excessive celebration moved the Pat back, the kicker missed wide right, and Mississippi State held on to win the Egg Bowl 21-20. So if anybody saw that game and saw that big blunder, well, yeah. Yeah, what's the kid's name? Elijah Moore. He said it was a heat of the moment. He used that old minus cliche that I hate so much whenever somebody fucks up. Using the old heat of the moment cliche. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, it was heat. I was like, oh, I was so excited. It was heat of the moment. Heat of the moment. Okay, first of all, I hate that. I hate that cliche. I friggin' hate it. I hated it when PewDiePie said it. I hated it even more when that asshole Logan Paul said it. I hate it when every single celebrity says it when they fuck up. And, it's like their only card to get out of it, to get out of, feeling, to feel sorry for them. Okay? If I fuck up, I admit, if I ever fuck up, I will admit to it. I wouldn't use the old heat of the moment. I would just say, I just wasn't thinking. I'm a dumbass. And I should not have said it. And I know I won't be able to recuperate. I know I won't. I probably won't even recover from it because I said something I know I shouldn't have. But I have no excuse. I wouldn't have no excuse for it. And so I shouldn't have, and I would be like, I shouldn't have said what I said. But I would never say, I would admit to my mistakes and never use the term heat of the moment, okay? Because heat of the moment should be used if you're you know you're meeting this girl for the first you're meeting this girl for the first time, that you've had the hots for a long time, and there's some sort of connection between the two of you. You both get along. You go out on your first date. You go on your first date. You have a really good time, and you're sitting down. In a dimly lit room or in in front of a fireplace, and it was just like, there's something going on there. You're just looking into each other's eyes, and you're feeling that that certain something. And then next thing there's some sort of attraction. The moment you look directly into their to her eyes and everything, and you're not saying anything, and you're just saying some words through your eyes, and just looking at her and saying how beautiful she is, and then all of a sudden you make out with her. You both start making out, and that right there is a heat of the moment. Okay, that right there is a heat of the moment. Okay, doing something stupid is not a heat of the moment. It's just you being stupid and not thinking. Okay, that's why I hate that. I hate it when a lot of people use that term, heat of the moment, when it's not being used to describe, to characterize a relationship you're still going to have with someone who you want to be as your partner. It's like it just makes me irritated that it's like, oh, I said a racial slur. Oh, it was a heat of the moment. I wasn't it was a heat of the moment. Or I said something sexist. It was a heat of the moment. Or I laughed. I was laughing over somebody who committed suicide. It was a heat of the moment. I wasn't thinking. And what happened, Logan? You got your ass kicked for it. And I'm glad that KSI beat your ass. Finally. Because that first match, that was a fluke. That he should have won that first match because it was all KSI. Just saying. So I'm glad he kicked your ass this time. Like, even worse than what happened. Because he needed a beatdown. You also need something else too. That involves that requires a certain someone's that requires a particular boot without KY, if you catch me meaning so. Hey Jake, how are you? I am doing good. Seriously, it just makes no sense. You know, it just irritates the piss out of me that someone, you know, that that term heat of the moment is being thrown around a lot lately. I mean, one thing I will say that Kid Rock will never use the term heat of the moment because he's just an asshole. Okay, he's just an ignorant asshole. That's what he is. You know. So that's why you would never hear something like that come out of hear those words. And if he was probably drunk when he said it. You won't even hear and you know, as much as I rip on Donald Trump, he wouldn't even say that either. He would just say that it's fake news, which is also mindless, which is his mindless cliche that he always says. Oh yeah, and by the way, while we're on the subject, while we're talking about Donald Trump, but does this look familiar to you? I mean, seriously. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I have to do this because this is funny as hell. Oh wait, I had the picture. Why am I Googling this? I have the picture. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Gotta remember to do this before I show the picture. Who did it better? Who wore it better? Who wore it better? Oh, wait a minute. Here you go. Hamburglar. It is I, the Hamburglar. Ramble, ramble, ramble. The Hamburglar. He's wearing his MAGA tie. But look at the similarity there. Look at the similarity between the two. Look at the similarities between the two. I mean, look at this. Look at. That is creepy. That is creepy. Look at. Oh yeah, Donnie, get used to those stripes because you're next, pal. It's all fake news. Don't follow into it. Don't listen to a word I say. Okay, got a question. Yeah, what's wrong with hentai? Nothing wrong with that. Anywho, okay, what's your question there, Jake? Hurry up. I got places to go and women to do. So. But yeah, seriously. Just, do you watch hentai right before you stream? No. I don't watch no. I don't. Here's the thing about me. I don't watch hentai before I stream. I drink before I stream. Okay. Get that right. Okay. I like a little roast. Hey, what can I say? See, when the thirst is real, I grab a beer. Okay. And not just any beer. She Bean beer. Beer from She Beans. Our sponsor. SheBeanBrewing.com, folks. That's right, I'm milking that dry. Okay, we got one more football news before we call it a night here. And those who are Arizona Cardinal fans should pay close attention, because the cornerback, didn't realize a back had a corner. Cheap joke of the night, you only get one. Josh Shaw was suspended indefinitely through at least the 2020 season for betting on NFL games on multiple occasions this season. The NFL announced that earlier today. Shaw has not played a down this season for the Cardinals. He was put on the injured reserve list on August the 25th with a shoulder injury. He can file an appeal of the suspension within 3 days. The NFL's investigation came into Shaw did not uncover evidence that he indicated that he used inside information, nor that any game was compromised. The NFL also announced that Shaw's teammates, coaches, and other players around the league were not aware of Shaw's gambling. Shaw has not been around the Cardinals much this season. So Roger Goodell has a zero tolerance policy for betting on NFL games, and I'm going to say something in a little bit, because he goes to say, if you work in the NFL in any capacity, you may not bet on the NFL football. Betting on NFL football is one of 10 restrictions on legal gambling that the NFL laid out in its gambling policy. He goes on to say, all NFL personnel are prohibited from placing, soliciting, or facilitating any bet, whether directly or indirectly through a third party, on any NFL game, practice, or other event. The policy states, this includes betting on game outcome, statistics, score, performance of any individual participant, or any other kind of proposition bet on which wagering is offered. So Shaw can has until February 15th in 2021 to petition for reinstatement if his possible appeal is denied. The Cardinals signed Shaw on March 18th to a one-year contract worth $850,000. He has made more than $3 million in his career. He was drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals in the 4th round of the 2015 draft. After playing his first 3 seasons in Cincinnati, Shaw split between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last season. Shaw has made headlines in 2014 while at USC. He said he suffered a high ankle sprain jumping from a second-story apartment to save his 7-year-old nephew who was struggling in a pool. Shaw later admitted to lying about that story and was suspended indefinitely by the school. I wonder if he placed a bet to see if he could pull that off. Okay, I said I was going to make a cheap joke, one per episode, but apparently I lied. I bet I couldn't. I admit to gambling because I bet that I couldn't do it, and I failed. I wonder what the compensation is on that. What's NFL? Okay, who's your favorite team? The Giants. Yes, I know they suck. They're having a shitty season this year. So I beat you to it. So those who are Cardinals fans can know that not only in baseball, but it can also happen in the National Football League. And it's funny how I brought up baseball because there was a baseball player who once did that years ago. Everybody should know who he is, and that's Pete Rose. He used to play for the Cincinnati Reds, and he betted against his own. When becoming the coach, he betted against his own team, and was caught. And of course, there was a zero tolerance policy on that, he is banned from baseball, meaning that he can also not be qualified to be in the Hall of Fame. Now, if Shaw gets into the NFL Hall of Fame, I think we can all call bullshit because if a baseball player can't get into the Hall of Fame for gambling, and an NFL player can for gambling, then it's a stupid reason to be suspended. I'm just saying, okay? I know they're two different sports, baseball and football. I know, but there's a lot of balls involved, okay? And Roger Goodell can actually suck on them. I'm just saying, if they're not deflated. Burn. And I know a lot of Patriots fans are gonna give me hell for that, and I promised I did not want to make, and I kid about I kid about the Patriots, and that whole Deflategate thing, and I kind of I gave Tom Brady, I think last season, um, I mean, at the Super Bowl, that I gave credit where credit was due. Giving out one hell of a Super Bowl, and with him and the Patriots winning, I inducted him into him and the team into the Channel X Hall of Fame because I felt it was right to do so. And a lot of Patriots fans actually gave me applause for that. And we can all joke around. We can all joke around about that. Okay. And I even joked, and just a little while ago, I was joking about this betting thing, and it's just like it's crazy, there's a lot of things going on in professional sports that that needs to be more brought to our attention. You know, I mean, take a look at and even in football alone, there's like there's a zero tolerance policy when it comes to concussions. There's you know Michael Vick, okay, Michael Vick should be thanking his lucky stars that he is able to come back after what happened to him because of the whole dogfighting thing where he got caught. Um, got caught. He is really lucky because just recently Donald Trump actually passed a bill to he passed a bill to make it a federal law against animal cruelty, and he's lucky that if that didn't happen, if that happened, if that bill went into pass years ago, Michael Vick would not be back playing football. And personally, I don't think he should be playing football now because there was some sort of gambling involved, even though it wasn't on football. You know, kind of like a double standard, but think about it. There was some sort of gambling because he was putting dogs' lives in jeopardy because of this. And I'm sorry, but you know, gambling is gambling and should not happen any other way. So, I don't think Shaw's going to recover from this, and I think he's still going to, he can probably, he can appeal it all he wants, but I don't think the NFL is going to be lenient towards him. If they have a zero tolerance policy against gambling within the football league, then he should not play at all. And that means all the deals that we're talking like any merchandise that he has, endorsements, everything, that sort of thing. I'm sorry, and that's just how I feel. It's like if the NFL has a zero tolerance policy, but I wonder, and I'm not, Roger Goodell has a favorite for, has a favorite, you know, has a good strong relationship with Bill Belichick and the Patriots and Tom Brady. I wonder if Coach Bill or Tom Brady was ever found guilty of gambling in the company. Would the punishment that Shaw received be the same for either Belichick or Brady? But remember this, folks. Bill Belichick got caught cheating by looking over a rival team's playbook, and this was like I think 5 or 6 years ago when Belichick was looking at the Jets playbook at opening season. He got caught cheating. And they had a zero tolerance policy for that. But he still has a job. He still has a job. He should be thanking his lucky stars that he's still coaching the Patriots. And then that whole Deflategate scandal that happened involving Tom Brady, he got a little bit of a leeway too because there was some cheating. Now we can debate and argue all we want, but he was found guilty of cheating. Okay? He was found guilty of cheating. And what happened to him? He only missed 4 games instead of the entire season. I know this is not, this has nothing to do with gambling, but if you're let's say you're not an NFL player and you bet on a team, okay? And that rival team was caught cheating, or your favorite team got caught cheating that you were betting on. I'm sorry to say this, but it's not good. It's not good at all. But, Roger Goodell makes these certain policies, has these certain zero tolerance policies into play, but he's not really reflecting. That's why I brought those two up, because if Bill Belichick or Tom Brady ever got caught gambling within the football, would they get the same punishment as Josh Shaw? Would they get the same punishment? And he was suspended, and Shaw was suspended indefinitely through the 2020 season. So that whole 2020 season, he's going to be banned. He's suspended indefinitely. But he can appeal for that, and if he doesn't get through that, he could be, released from, he could be, removed from the NFL, meaning that, he'll get the same punishment. He'll probably get the same punishment deal as, the same punishment package as Pete Rose did, because look what happened to his career. And I know that they're two different sports, but you got to look at it this way, both of these players got caught doing the same thing. So if that happens, because look what happened to Pete Rose's career, and he still hasn't recovered from it. And with the record that he has, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame for his record alone. But because of what he did, he can't go into the Baseball Hall of Fame. But I guarantee you, if one player, I bet you, if at least one ball player who used to take steroids during their baseball career and was caught cheating, Sammy Sosa, I'm looking at you, he will get into the Hall of Fame. And if that happens, a lot of ball players will be pissed. A lot of baseball fans would be pissed. Because same thing with Mark McGwire. His career got ruined because of the fact that he took steroids. Same thing with that other guy that played for the San Francisco Giants, who I forget. And he he got suspended for he got suspended. He got he got fired from baseball because he took steroids. Same thing with Jose Canseco. He took some steroids, and look what happened to his career. Everybody hates Jose Canseco. You even mentioned that name, Jose Canseco, and the Iron Sheik goes on a tangent. Which, by the way, I do love. By the way, gotta love Sheiky baby. But take a look at with all the stuff that's happening in football now. And this is a new thing. I know that it's a policy. That there's a zero tolerance policy for gambling within the league. But take a look at what I was saying even just a little while ago. You have concussions. You have the the Deflategate, the cheating, and then also football players killing somebody, killing someone. One person we all know, he's dead. He died. He got the death penalty in prison. And then also too, not only that, but a big major concern is spousal abuse, domestic abuse as well too. Wife, beating up your significant other. There's like a lot of football players on that list. And it's sad. It literally is sad that it happens like that. And a lot of the ball players, I don't know what's going on in sports. I don't know what's going on with sports these days, but sometimes I just don't watch anymore. I really don't. And I'll be honest. That's just me, It is what it is. I mean, really. The only thing I do watch from time to time is basketball. Not much goes on, not much happens on basketball. I stopped watching hockey ever since the Whalers left. But I might look at the Hurricanes, which originally was from Hartford. Just saying. They were known as the Whalers. But yeah, I just don't know anymore. I really don't know. I don't know. Well, anywho, I'm looking at the time and I got a call in the night. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. And I hope everybody had a safe Thanksgiving within a matter of 24 hours. I hope everybody was safe for Black Friday as well too. I hope, But be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can do so. You can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified on what I'm going to be doing next. And if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, leave a like, comment down below. Leave a like down below. Comment down below. Just a quick hello. Actually no. What are you thankful for? That's a good thing. It could be anything. I don't care. You be thankful for that virginity you lost. I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. And overall, have fun with it. But yeah, really, I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I really feel thankful for um for taking the time and having some fun on here live, or just being able to have a good time just watching me. Um, a lot of good things. And if you are new to this channel and you did like what you see, um, and you want to continue watching this and everything like that, spread the word. At the same time, face hug that subscribe button. We will see you all again next week, because we will be in the month of December. A lot of holiday festivities we're going to be doing, counting down to the year-end review. This is going to be our big Channel X special, as well. And of course, our Christmas episode. I'm working on a nice one. I know last year we we had a little bit of a we had a lot of fun with Donald Trump's Night Before Christmas. I had a lot of fun with that. Keeping in character with that, and maybe I'll work on maybe like a Trump Christmas Carol. Not the song. I'm talking about like Donald Trump playing the role as Ebenezer Scrooge. That kind of Christmas Carol. I don't know. I haven't debated yet. I don't know, because the Trump Grinch was already done, and I don't want to steal that from Brental Floss. So so I really don't. And I miss Brental Floss. He needs to come up with some more parody songs. I miss those. Brental Floss, come back. We miss you. I miss you, man. I love your music. So, um, but anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you all again here next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X. Until then, this is Tom Dog saying, take care, so long, peace. Oops. Blooper!